Hello then, welcome to another video. This year I want to change things up a little bit. I want to add more contrast into my images. And by contrast I don't mean like the lightest and the darkest parts of the images. I'm talking about contrasting elements. Now I've mentioned before in videos how I love to see humans' impact on nature and also nature taking back from humans. So I want to really sort of focus in on that a little bit more and incorporate that into the street photography if I can. Which brings me to, I guess, the topic of today's video, villages. Sounds riveting, I know. Stay with me, stay with me. There is a point to this. Now, for most of my street photography journey, if you want to call it that, over the last 2 to 3 years, majority of it's been in the city where I live. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if it's good enough for Netflix to keep coming back and filming TV shows and movies there, it's good enough for me for a bit of street photography. But I also love the nature, which is why I'm out here today. I can see there's mist, like right there. It's coming in, it's gonna be cool. But going back to the whole villages thing, I'm in a little village, northwest-ish of town, and it's not too far away. And I thought that branching out a little bit and exploring the areas outside of the city, but still, focusing on that human impact element might provide some more interesting images. Maybe. So starting last year, just before I made my second channel, and you can see the shift, if you follow me on Instagram, you can see the shift in the images. And it was around the same time as I bought this, the GH5. I had a day in Scarborough with Mike and with Reese, and I really enjoyed the images I got there, and it was combining that, human and nature elements, people on the beach and people just, it's a different vibe as well, like in the city people are all uptight and they're on a mission, they're going to and from work and they're uptight and oftentimes miserable. But when you get a bit out there and you get to the coast and you get to these little villages, the attitude, the feeling of the place changes, I think, and I want to try and capture that. Now, going back to the whole second channel thing, I shot the first video for that just outside of a village called Goathland. For you Nick Berry fans, that is Aidensfield from the TV show Heartbeat. And it never even occurred to me at that point to go into the village to shoot anything, for whatever reason. And even on a revisit to the same area, the exact same spot, I took the family and we did some astrophotography and stuff, and we had a great time. But it never occurred to me, all the time I was telling the kids, oh, this village is cool, it's got this thing in it with this so-and-so, and it never occurred to me to actually stop and take any pictures. So this year, I'm going to do exactly that. You see, England, relatively speaking, is a tiny, tiny country, and you drive an hour in any direction and the whole feel of the place changes. I'm only about 25, maybe 30 minutes away from where I live in the city, and we're in the middle of nowhere, kind of. I've passed through half a dozen or more villages to get here, and the whole feel of the place is just completely different, and that's what I'm after. Now, some villages are blink and you miss it type places, single road going through, line with a few houses, couple of offshoot roads, usually leading to farms, that kind of business. But then there are other places that are usually, like proper urban centres built up like around a church or like around an industry or something like that. And they all have this much more relaxed vibe than a city, or at least it seems that way to a city monkey like me. So today we're going to go POV, we're going to have a wander around this little village here. I've already seen some quite quirky little things. But it's like all, walking on roads and because the paths are practically non-existent and all stuff like that. It's kind of odd, but yeah, I love it. And that's what we're going to photograph today. Now, I don't have any super high expectations for this project, if you want to call it that. I just want to experiment a little bit and explore. That's what this is all about, as opposed to, any particular goal. It's just to explore and try and see something different to, just a grey city with miserable people in it. Right, I'm having a photograph of that tree over there because it's just like, it's awesome, so that's why. But I'm going to go up to this gate and we'll get the shot, and then I'm going to go back into the village centre. This place is extremely wet. We've had loads of rain over the last couple of days, so all these villages are just like little mini rivers. So I'm going to get one shot of it right in the centre with the horizon tree line on that bottom third. And I'm going to do, I think, a landscape shot, putting it in that right hand third. Alright, let's head back into the village proper. Oh, check this out. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like this guy just taking his horse for a walk. I mean, come on. I was going to make a joke about your dog being really big, but I thought it wasn't that funny.
Loads of people do.
Yeah, it's not terribly original, is it? I mean, you're not seeing that in a city now, are you? Immediately fun. Immediately fun. I like this idea. It did sound stupid to me when I was writing it down, I'm not going to lie. Now, I know it's mostly irrelevant given the nature of the video, but there's always somebody who asks in the comments. So settings are aperture priority. I'm set the aperture to f4 and I'm leaving it there. The ISO is at base of 200 and everything else the camera is doing, it's in the natural profile on the GH5. That's it. And one thing I've noticed about a lot of these villages is, like, in a city it's basically, you know, level of land to make everything nice and even for roads and all the rest of it. Well, villages, they tend to be like not that at all. So you've got like weird junctions like this, where it's like this little triangle, like he's on a hill, and yeah. Let's have a look. Aptly named High Street. There probably won't be the volume of shots that I normally get when shooting street in the city, but that's not the point of this project. The point of this project is to capture the human impact on the environment and then nature taking back. Look at this thing, a big silo, grain silo looking thing. Very cool. I feel like a wide shot, use the trees to frame it, the driveway in as a leading line. That could be cool. Oh, and of course, the battery dies. Right, I'm going to shoot it wide enough to allow the trees to frame it. I'm going to use the drive as a leading line, the silo as the subject. pretty much in the middle of the frame. And boop. How's that look? This road real quick because just over here I've just spotted this other path with this big old pylon, and I think this will make for a nice picture as well. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm putting the road coming in from the bottom right. The pylon is going to sit on the left third. The horizon line is going to be on the bottom third. And hopefully that'll make a nice image. More pylons. A cool row over there. Let's have that misty as hell over there. That looks like fun. And just in case Christmas is too stressful for you, street side defibrillator. Excellent. I'm not going to stop doing the regular street stuff. I really enjoy doing that in the city at night and all the rest of it. That's staying and that's not going away. But this is just something else, something a bit different, something a little bit more quirky, a little bit laid back, and a way to bring the people and or the human element and the nature together. So let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you think I could add to this project. Maybe specific types of subject or anything like that. Yeah, love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.